On January 24th, Apple Computer will introduce Macintosh.
At the time I started writing this review, I had seen Jobs, a biopic about the late Apple founder and computing genius Steve Jobs, less than an hour ago, and even then, or now, I knew that it's a seriously flawed film that left me unsatisfied. You all know who Steve Jobs is, and Jobs reenacts the rise of Apple Computer from a fledgling company working out of a garage to just before the introduction of the iMac in 1997, and there is a brief prologue with Jobs unveiling the iPod in 2001. Jobs has beautiful cinematography, great music, and solid acting all round, especially from Ashton Kutcher, who equips himself very well to the dramatic role of a narcissistic visionary. The film is consistently engaging, and while it fictionalizes some events and relationships, it is overall basically true to the course of Apple and Jobs' history. But the character of Steve Jobs is just so completely unlikable in this film, and the film also does a poor job of selling us on Jobs' vision for Apple and the personal computer. Of course, in real life, Jobs was known to be an egocentric jerk, and the film acknowledges how he rejected his pregnant girlfriend and denied the fatherhood of his daughter Lisa for over a decade, but the film emphasizes these traits beyond the level of an anti-hero. A large part of the film focuses on Jobs struggling against board disapproval to develop the Apple Lisa, and after he takes control of the Macintosh team, Jobs is voted out as CEO by the board and then resigns. Jobs lectures frequently about their mission, about how computers should have functionality, simplicity, style, and above all else innovation and freedom for the user, but this feels like rhetoric, of which we see very little of the product. Mac fans like myself know why we prefer Apple, but the film has hardly anything for non-Mac fans. We hardly even see the original Macintosh, and how revolutionary it is touted to be by the film, and indeed was. Towards the end, Jobs is invited back to Apple in its decline as a consultant, and then takes over as CEO and ushers Apple into a new era of prosperity with the iMac, iPod, iPhone, iPad, and so on. But throughout the film, Jobs the character is such an asshole, the Lisa and Macintosh development is portrayed as such a fiasco, and Jobs' inspirational rhetoric is put into so little visible practice that we get no real sense of why Jobs deserves control of Apple again. Jobs successfully captures Steve Jobs as an overreaching visionary, a master businessman, and, at times, a total dickbag, and the board stripping him of company power is shown to be a tough decision brought on by Jobs' hubris. But this hubris is overplayed to the point that the softly triumphant ending of Jobs becoming Apple CEO again feels undeserved, as Jobs the character appears to be all talk and aggression. By not concentrating enough on what Jobs made and how it changed the lives of its users, I don't think Jobs does justice to the man, and even under the constraints of retelling actual events, the plot lets the film down as a character study. Ashton Kutcher still does an excellent job with the material given to him, but ultimately, Jobs is a beautifully shot, very well acted failure, and earns 2.5 stars out of 5. Thanks for watching. Cheers.